You're welcome to the Transformation Podcast with leading empowerment and transformation authority, Dr. Sylvia Likambi, the host of the Transformation Podcast. And it's a pleasure and privilege to welcome you on this episode of the Transformation Podcast. The Transformation Podcast is designed to bring you life-changing and inspirational content on personal development, leadership, health and well-being, entrepreneurship, and of course, business growth and development or your career development if you are not a business person or entrepreneur. And I am your host, the wonderful, inspirational Dr. Sylvia Likambi. It's a pleasure and privilege to welcome you on today's episode of the Transformation Podcast. As we come to the end of this year, 2025, I'm super excited to take you on this particular episode, which is for you, is designed for you to look within yourself, to reflect as you come to the end of this year. How has your life been from the first 2 days? Today is the 16th of November, 2025. And we have just about 1.5 more months to the end of this year. I want you to pause and have that deep inner reflection. Are you living the life you were born and placed on this earth to live? Are you living the life, in other words, you were called to live? You were designed to live. You were created to live. Are you living a purposeful and fulfilling life? Are you living your purpose or you are living another person's purpose and life? Are you living a fulfilling, authentic, and incredible life? Or you are living the life society has handed on to you, your family, your friends, colleagues, groups, and all of that to live according to their own, thoughts, patterns, and identification of who you are and what you must do. I want you to pause, which is why our theme for today's podcast is all about unlocking the greatness in you. And if you've not gotten a copy of this book, my book, 7 Days to Unlock Your Greatness in 7 Days, a transformational journey to unleash your authentic power. There is so much power in you. There is so much natural, authentic power in you and in me. And I want to invite you as you come to the end of this year to unlock that power if you've not yet done so. And if you are doing so, may you step out and inspire others to do the same. Thank you all for joining me. I'm streaming live on Zoom and on YouTube as well as Facebook. Please, as you get this video, can you kindly share? I am sure you'll be blessed by this message. If you are blessed, kindly share to impact and transform other lives. My goal this year, like I said at the beginning, is to impact and transform 10 million lives. Have I been actually following up? Certainly. I've been doing the work and I can do much more. And I invite you to join me, to partner with me, to be able to reach out and impact more lives. Can you take a moment of your time and please share this video to bless someone who has to hear this message, who needs to unlock their greatness, who needs to hear that there is greatness within them. Maybe they are not aware. Like I always say, the beginning of every transformational journey starts with awareness, self-awareness. If we are not aware that we have greatness within us, we can never maximize that greatness. We can never harness or leverage that greatness. It's like you're sat there at home, you think you are in debt or you know you are in debt, and I have just deposited millions into your bank account, or someone has deposited £1 million into your bank account. If you are not aware, you continue to stay at home stuck and broke. You continue to stay there thinking that you're poor, you don't have money. You may even be afraid to go to your bank because you know that you are overdrawn. You know that if there's anything, you're in debt and you don't want that to disturb you. So you'll never be able to maximize that money that's deposited in your bank account if you are not aware of that. So the earlier you become aware of the fact that money, £1 million has been deposited into your bank account, the sooner you can begin to maximize, utilize that £1 million, and you live like, of course, someone who is not broke, who has money, who has what they need, and can also share with the world. So as long as you remain ignorant of the fact that there is greatness within you, there is so much power within you, there is a seed of greatness within you. You are created for a divine purpose. You are created to impact our world. Our world would not be the same if you don't use your gifts and talents. You are peculiar. You are uniquely created by an almighty God for a unique purpose. You have a unique footprints to live on this planet. You have a unique legacy to create on this planet that I could never do. And your brother, your sister, your friend, your teacher could never do, not even your mentor. it will be a disservice not only to yourself, but to the world if you are not aware of this greatness. And unfortunately, hence, you will not be able to maximize this greatness and serve those whom you are called to serve in your full potential and power. So I invite you today to join me on the Transformation Podcast to unlock your greatness. And like I said, you've got your manual that will help you towards this journey of unlocking the greatness in you so you can live a fulfilling and purposeful life. You can live the life you were ultimately created and placed on this earth to live. Are you still waiting to find that greatness? Are you still living in the mid of your circumstances, your situation, your conditions, thinking you are broke, you don't have enough? Are you still living by the identity you give yourself based on what you possess at this moment or based on what society has told you? Are you still living based on your status, your qualifications, or based on that seed of greatness that's within you? Because I want to tell you this, everything you see around you, the situation, the circumstance, your titles, those things that are tangible, that are physical, are subject to change. They will change. But the things you don't see, the things that are spiritual, are eternal. And that's who you are. That's who you've always been created to become. You must step out and harness that greatness and nurture that seed of greatness within you so you may become all that you were born and created to become, living the life you were born to live and fulfilling your full potential. I invite you, my beloved sister, my beloved brother, my beloved leader, my beloved friend. I invite you as you listen to me on this Transformation Podcast episode, Unlocking the Greatness in You. What is this greatness? If you're not aware, become aware today as I tell you. Do not think about what you're going through right now because it must have obscured your vision. The current challenges and situations you're going through right now, you're navigating through right now, are like blankets, layers of blanket placed over that seed of greatness. So you fail to see the vision, you fail to see the power within you because you are focused on the external, you are focused on the physical reality on your side, on what you see, on what you hear, on what you feel, on what you can touch. I want to take you further. I want to take you beyond this reality. I want to take you beyond this tangible existential reality that you experience. I want to take you beyond your experience. We have this thing that we say in today's world: do not deny my life experiences. Yes, they are vital. They are very, very important so that you may become a testament of hope and victory to those who go through similar situations. So you can look back and say, I once was broken. I once was shattered. I once had all of these scars because of the pain, the battles I fought, the battles that I lost. This is so you can show that as proof, as testimony to those who are struggling, those who are being scarred at the moment, to those who are being battered and abused at the moment, so they too can rise up and see you because you've been true and you've been conquered. You've been conquerors, you've been true and you've been victorious. They may have hope through your own experiences. Your experiences are never to show you that you are weaker and never to show you anything less. If your narrative, if the story you are telling about your experiences are negative and they are actually disempowering, I want you to stop now because that's not the purpose of our experiences. Your experience cannot define who you are. You are creating those experiences. Those experiences, you encounter them at a given point in time in your life when you are already existed, when you were already alive and living. You created those experiences. Things that you created cannot be used to define who you are. So, my beloved, if you've been told by this narrative, by the world, because you conform to societal norms, labels, and limitations, and you are taking on that as truth, I want you to scrap that. I want you to forget about all that narrative. Your experiences does not define you. Your experiences do not define you. You must not allow them to define you. You must not settle for the lived experiences to use as who you are. Why the lived experiences are a testament, are evidence of the battles you've come through and you've conquered, are an evidence of the path you've walked. So you might lead others along that path. So you might identify maybe your niche, maybe the domain you are called to lead because you're called to give hope to people who have walked through similar paths like you. And because you are there to tell them that I've walked through this path, I know the pain you go through, you feel right now. I have been there. Mine was even worse. But if I could conquer this, then guess what? You can conquer. And you are not alone. I went through so I may uplift you. I went through so I may hold your hands and guide you through this. And I want to lead you. I want to mentor you. I want to coach you so you can become victorious. I want to give you words to encourage you, knowing that your life is not ended yet. This is only the beginning. These things you see, along your path, thinking they're stumbling blocks, thinking they are mountains to break you and destroy you. They are not. They are there to take you to a higher altitude so you may be able to reach greater heights and platforms that you otherwise never be able to reach without these platforms, without these obstacles, without these mountains. So I invite you as you join to understand there is greatness within you. Thank you once again for joining me from Facebook. Please kindly share this video if you are blessed, and I believe you're blessed. I know you're blessed because I know every word I share is powerful, it's uplifting, it's empowering. It actually goes deep within your soul. I'm sowing a seed in your life. I am actually sowing a seed. The seed already existed, by the way. And what I'm doing right now, I'm nurturing and and feeding that seed so it may grow. But guess what? You might be having some wrong thoughts, some negative mindset now that are holding you back. You might not believe in that seed of greatness because you've not yet seen it. Because when we see seeds, isn't it? We don't see the fruits. At this point, we see the seeds. And if the seed has not been sown and it's not been nurtured and nourished to eventually produce the fruits, then we think that seed is not successful. We think that seed has not produced that which it is destined to produce yet. And we may be stuck there thinking, oh my goodness, everyone around me is succeeding. Everyone around me is fruitful. How come my life is like this? How come I cannot be fruitful? I have been planted in this place for so many years, yet I have nothing to prove. But I want you to remember this, okay? The seed of greatness is already within you. The seed will determine the fruit. Inside that seed of greatness within you is trapped your greatness. Your greatness is not coming from the external. Your greatness is not coming from external sources of validation. Your greatness is not coming from those things externally. Your greatness has already been trapped within you at creation. Your greatness has already been intrinsically, wired within you in the form of your unique DNA. There is greatness already within you, my beloved. And I want to encourage you today as we come to the end of 2025 to step away from all the noise, from all the turbulence, from all the distraction. Just come back within you. Just look deep within you. And I will take you through how you can find that greatness within you. Greatness has already been within you. Within you, greatness is your birthright. You are born to succeed. Success is your birthright. You are born to soar. Thank you for joining me. And I'm watching here because I'm looking directly on YouTube. But thank you for joining me on Facebook again. Please kindly share and bless someone with this video. There is greatness within you. Do not look at others. We can be tempted to want to compete with others. We can be tempted to want to look at other people's lives. We started with them, yet they are now productive. They are fruitful. They are already bringing forth fruits, whereas I'm still stuck. Nobody can benefit from my fruits. I want to tell you this. There is a season for every fruit to get to that stage of harvest, every seed. There is a season to sow. There is a season to nourish and nurture. There is a season to grow. And there is a season to produce the fruits, to be fruitful and eventually harvest. They might be through their own seasons. And what you're carrying within you, your seed, determine the season, the stages of life you're going to go through before your fruits can be revealed to the world. So you might look similar to someone, but you are not the same seeds. Your seed is different based on the power you carry, based on the greatness you carry, based on your potential, unused ability, unused talent, unused, gifts, and all of that you carry within you. It will determine how long it will take to grow and produce fruits. So you cannot look at your friend, even though you started at the same time. It's like sowing a mango seed, and then you sow maybe a granite seed. Of course, the seasons are different, completely different of sowing and also harvest. For one, it may take a shorter time, but the mango, it will take seasons over seasons. It takes longer because it will grow to a magnificent, a greater tree as compared to that granite. But they are all very useful. They are all very vital for unique purposes. When I'm looking for some certain nutrients and, fatty acids and all of that to nourish my body, my cells, I don't go look for that mango. I may go for the groundnuts. You see, but they are all useful, but you cannot be comparing yourself with granules when you are mangoes, for example. You need to step within you. And the mango can only find its fruit within the seed because you sow that seed. That seed eventually becomes the fruits that you see externally and you consume as mangoes. It's never from the outward, inward. It's the same thing like the groundnuts, whatever it is that you are sowing. So I want you, if you've not gotten this book yet, check on this. I'll put it out there. Unlock your greatness in 7 days as you come to the end of this year. Unlock your greatness in 7 days. Again, a transformational journey to unlocking your true power, your authentic power. We have so much power within you. Don't focus externally. The power has already been within you. The greatness has already been within you. Stay true to your cause. Stay true to your path of success and learn from those who've gone ahead of you. Do not be challenged by them. Do not, you can be challenged to become your best self because only your best will do. Do not compete. You cannot compete with another person. You cannot have an orange seed competing with a mango seed, for example. You are unique. You cannot have a fish competing with a mango. You cannot have a fish competing with a monkey, for example. So maybe people are comparing you based on some certain standards. Maybe, for example, we want to do a competition on who can climb a tree best, and we go get some fishes out of water. By the way, before they even climb that tree, some of them will die and pass out. And the world, which is so limited and skewed in their perception of life, in defining and labeling people, they may see it as a weakness. The fish is not even resilient. The fish cannot even stand a moment. Just the fear, the fright of climbing that tree gave them depression and they passed out. They had a heart attack. Not understanding that the fish has been taken out of its natural environment where it thrives, where it soars and flourishes and blossoms. And that tree is dying, that fish is dying, not because of fear, not because of incapability, not because of anything else, but because it has left its original domain where its greatness is meant to be nurtured, nourished, so it can become all that it was created to become, and is being compared and placed in a competition with a monkey on how to climb a tree. So, beloved, you cannot be comparing yourself with others. Stop looking at what is out there. Stop looking at the others. Let them inspire you. Like maybe you see the seed, the mango blossoming and becoming the best mango in the world. You want to blossom. You don't want to stay as seed forever. You want to go and you are nourished and nurtured so that you may become the oranges you were created to become. You want to be inspired by others to reveal your greatness to the world, which is unique to you and it is based on your divine purpose. You don't want to go about comparing with others because guess what? Like I said, the monkey will outbid the fish. If you compare with someone when it's not your domain, you're not called to fulfill that, they will outbeat you. It's not even outbeating you, but it will seem like you are defeated. Then you start looking at yourself as a failure because they thrive naturally in that domain. It's like a fish thrives naturally in water. If you and I were placed in water, we cannot be underneath water for so long. We're going to die. We can learn all the skills we want, maybe for one day, for a few hours. Those who can breathe longer in water, we're going to die. That's not where we are supposed to thrive. Don't see other people thriving in a particular field. Maybe it's entrepreneurship. Maybe it's in the mindset coaching. Your own life has not even been transformed, and you think you can go and transform others. You think you can go and coach others. Maybe you still have to take yourself off that path, that darkness that you are living in. You have yet to see the light. The light has already been within you. Do not get me wrong. Like I'm saying, there is greatness within you. There is light within you. You are light to the world, but you've put blankets and layers of problems, of worries, of anxiety over your light. So your light is no longer shining. You've become so fearful that you're afraid to turn on the switch because you're afraid, what will they say if my light doesn't shine as bright as Mr. A, Mr. Y, Miss X, Miss Z? So you are afraid to turn on your light, but you've always had light within you. And that's what I want to reveal here to you today. And this book will help you master your greatness and live in such an authentic way, in such a powerful way that your presence is enough to speak. It speaks volume. Like when the light steps in, if I put off this light, it's going to be dark in here. The light doesn't need to shout. When the light steps in, you turn it on. Its presence is made evident. That's how you and I were born to live. When people compete with me or compare with me, I smile. You cannot beat me in my area. There is no competition. I cannot beat you in your area. It's not about bragging. It just comes natural. I'm a natural speaker. I'm an authentic, natural speaker. Wake me up at midnight. See, I can't talk anything. Personal development, mindset, anything I might read. If I read, I'm definitely intelligent. I can grasp knowledge. We are all intelligent. Our mind is so powerful. We can grasp knowledge if we are focused, if we are concentrated. We can read and understand anything. Think about each one of us. We went to school to become doctors, to become lawyers. We're never born doctors and lawyers. Our mind grabs what we were taught, all the information, and we became that. So it's so easy. When we learn and grasp the knowledge, then we can be able to confidently step out there and deliver. But when you're already working in your environment, in your field where you are great at, where you are called to lead, naturally, you need very little preparation because that's who you are. It's like your eyes don't need preparation to go and see. All they need to do to open up and they will see. If it's dirty, then it will obscure the view. If they don't rest enough, then your eyes become so tired and you can't see well because your eyes only want to close. They want to rest. So there's already light within you. You cannot go and say you want to teach people how to shine when your own light has been off all this while. Leadership is about becoming all that you were created and lead people in your authentic power. It's about leading by example. It's about showing up as you who you were, and people see the benefits in your life of that which you embody, that you are called to be, and you lead them in becoming that person. So, my beloved, I invite you today, the 16th of November, 2025, as you listen to the Transformation podcast. It's a podcast today, it's a message to take you into deep inner reflection. Deep inner reflection. When you're looking at the mirror, the reflection you see is never from the external. It's what is within you. It's you. It's a reflection of your image of who you are. You embody everything that you are, body, soul, and spirit. Why the mirror reflects our physical image, our mind and spirit. Soul is trapped within the body. We cannot see it. That seed of greatness is like the spirit, the real source of life to this body. The real source of that fruit that you will produce is not seen yet. But if we don't nurture and nourish that seed, we will remain forever with potential trapped within us. It's like I take my orange seed and place here, and I never sow it, I never nurture it. I'll never see the light of oranges. Oranges will be trapped within that seed. So for some of us, we are not seeing that greatness, and we tend to want to compete and think we are failures because we are not manifesting the fruits. We are not manifesting all that we dream and desire to become. If we dream to become someone in the future, because God has placed that desire and dream within us, the vision is an internalized mental image of a preferable future, of an ideal future, an ideal life. You desire an ideal life because that's the life you were born to live. That's the life you were called to live. So you cannot settle for anything less than that life. Your life, your desires, all of your drive, your motivation, every single day you wake up is to be that person, is to become that person, and that's vision. So you see the image, you see the picture of what you want to become, who you are created to become, who you desire to become. And it's our ability to see beyond the physical barriers of the eyes. So you see beyond that seed that you hold. You understand that there is a process and a timing for this seed to become fruits. It doesn't happen overnight. But rest assured, if this seed is sown and nurtured in the right environment, nurtured with the right nutrients, it will only produce oranges because it's an orange seed and never mangoes or anything else. If you nurture your greatness, you nurture the potential within you, the strengths, the gifts that you have, you work with them, you use them. As you're nurturing them, they are growing, you are able to serve, you're able to do much more, and you become better. Practice makes perfect. As you practice in those areas, you need to take action. You can dream all you want. You can know that there is greatness within you. Awareness is only the beginning. Remember, I said it's the beginning of every transformational journey. It starts here, but success is about accomplishment. It's about completion. It's about taking that seed from seed to oranges, and then you produce many more oranges, which begins the process again. So it's sustainable. You can have oranges from generations to generations because our success doesn't end with us. We leave a lasting legacy that goes beyond our lifespan. When we exit this planet, the lives we've impacted, the lives we've touched and transformed, our legacy continues to live on in them long after we have gone. So that's just what happens from that seed to oranges, and the cycle goes over again. And when you're competing with people, you're not living your authentic life. You're not allowing the greatness in you to be made manifest in your physical realm and reality. What happens is that you cannot replicate. You easily break down because you've gone and copied someone, you've struggled so hard, you produce these results, it will become such a burden. I want you to think about it's like I go to an orange tree, okay? Because that orange tree has seen how beautiful, how big grapefruits are and wants to become grapefruits. Okay, find out what the grapefruits look like, where they are found. We go harvest some grapefruits and come and tie on those oranges. We cut off all the oranges to pretend, because when we don't do what we are called to do, we live another person's life. We are pretending. It's pretense. Is hypocrisy because that's not who we are and we cannot sustain it. So we put all of those beautiful grapefruits. We look big, we look magnificent, we look like grapefruits, we look like Jane, Peter by you, your neighbor, your friend, that colleague you're competing with, that friend you're competing with. You're so angry they are succeeding. You can't take their life. You cannot live their life. The eyes cannot take the place of the nose in this body. The eyes were created and destined to see and never to hear. So if you wish the nose or the ears all the worst in the world that you want, when these ears stop seeing, when these ears stop hearing, they affect the entire body. The eyes can never take the place of the nose. So it's the same thing. We are all placed on this earth to actually edify humanity, to serve humanity. You should be happy and proud of your friend, of your sister's success. Support them, encourage them, be happy for them, because you can never replace them. You can never take their success. Even if they choose to say, okay, I'm not going to succeed anymore, it wouldn't make you happy, because the only thing that makes us happy is true fulfillment, is fulfilling our own purpose, is becoming successful ourselves and achieving that which we're called to achieve. That gives us deep inner fulfillment and satisfaction. So I want you to understand there is greatness within you. I want you, as you become aware of this greatness, ask yourself, what is that seed of greatness? What seed am I? Like I tell you, as I've just told you before, when you plant an orange seed, the orange seed doesn't struggle if it's nurtured and nourished with water, not petrol, not toxicity. So be very careful what goes to your mind. Your mind is that battlefield. Your mind is that garden where your greatness has to be sown and nurtured. You can only nurture it with edifying words. Words are life or death. Words bring life or they kill your vision. Words kill or abort your greatness, or words bring your greatness to life and allow them to sprout. Words that are life, words that are uplifting, words that are empowering are like the water that you nurture and nourish your seed every single day, and the nutrients. And the deadly words, the disempowering words, the negative words are like you using petrol instead of water to nurture your seed. What will happen? That seed will never grow to produce oranges. It was a perfect seed. Nothing was wrong with that seed, absolutely. But the wrong nutrients were given, or you go and sow it in the wrong environment. Let's go beyond even nutrients, because first of all, the process, okay, from that seed of greatness within you, it has to be within a specific environment. Like I said, if we take the fish off water, the fish cannot live out of water. It needs to live there. If we take a plant off the ground, the plant cannot live in our home. No matter how posh we are, the plant will die. You need to put it in another ground again. And the greater you want it to grow, to reveal its greatness, the bigger the ground or the environment you give it to grow almost unrestricted should be, so it might grow to its greatest potential. If I take an orange seed, I put it in a smaller container, it can only grow to so much. That seed cannot grow so big. Some of us are in that environment where we are just playing petty. It has kind of shrunk us. We are playing far less than our maximum capacity and potential. We are not in the right environment. Some of us are choked. That's why we feel defeated. I'm using feeling intentionally, okay? Because it's like a temporal thing. It's your brain. It's your primitive brain that's in action. You are allowing your emotions to govern you, and you're driven by sight, the things that happen and all of that. So if you are in the wrong environment, my beloved friend, my beloved leader, my beloved sister, brother, you will be trapped. You will not fulfill your potential. Your greatness will not come out. You will be minimized. You can only grow to so much. There will still be potential trapped within you that will never be unlocked or revealed to the world, so your true greatness can be revealed. So you must think about where you're placed as you go to the end of this month. Don't step into 2026 with the same people, the same environment that's intoxicating you. That's not allowing you to grow. I call on you now to reflect, to take this time and write down, what is the signal of greatness in me? Have I identified that? First and foremost, am I aware there's greatness in me? You must be aware. It doesn't matter what XYZ has told you. It doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter the physical situation. You may be bankrupt. It doesn't matter. These are temporal things. You existed before this bankruptcy. You continue to exist after this. It's a path, it's a journey to build your entire story, to form the whole and complete you. So you may live your life and impact others, sharing your testimony and journey to give them hope and encourage them as they walk through similar challenges and path, to show them victory is possible, and you become a source of hope for them because you walk through that path and you were successful. So you need to think about, and you become aware, yes, there is greatness within me. What's that seed of greatness? Look at your desires. What would you naturally want to do? If you were told everything you do right now, you will succeed, okay? There is really no failure. Anything you do, you will succeed, and I mean big time. You could have like a wand and make a magic wish. You have no limitations, no barriers. Money was never your problem. You were given billions and billions. You were given your dream home. You were given your dream car. If you needed a document in a country where you're an asylum seeker, then you were granted your status. You became the citizen of that nation. You became the citizen of the nation that you love most on planet Earth. You had the best relationships. Your health was thriving. In other words, you lacked nothing. You were limited by nothing. What would you desire to wake up every morning and do? You can't just tell me travel. You're traveling and doing something. You can't just travel every day and just sit in the beach and relax, and life will be so boring. You would definitely have to be impacting someone. Our life is far bigger than just us. Our life is far bigger than pleasure. Pleasure is short-lived. It is often governed by the amygdala, by the emotional brain, the limbic system, and not our conscious brain. It is not a state. It's not something that is long lasting. It's fleeting. It's temporal. That's why one day we are very, very high when we go into maybe club dancing, drinking. People take some things for pleasure. And then after that, when they come to the reality, when the conscious mind kicks in and they realize that the pleasure is gone, this is the reality. Your problem is still there. You've not solved that situation. You've not solved that problem. So I want you to think about what would that thing be that you desire so much if you had no limitations? What would you want to do every single day in your life that you'll be fulfilled and happy? That every day when you go back to bed, you'll be smiling. And if it were the last day, you'll be able to close your eyes and rest peacefully, knowing that you live fully on this day and made a difference. Maybe for some of you, it's just there for children, impacting them, loving them. You are called to be a mother, not just to your children, but to so many disadvantaged children out there who don't have that love and compassion that you can give the world. Think about that desire, the natural desire, the strengths that you naturally have. What are your greatest strengths? I'm not talking about skills. Okay, anyone can gain skills. Anyone can gain skills. Skills are things that we learn. Like I said, we never knew when we were born how to speak. We learned communication skills. We started speaking, and these things are learned. They are easy. We can learn them. None of us were born lawyers. None of us were born doctors. None of us were born nurses. We went to school and learned, and gained these tools, resources, some skills. None of us. So skills are easy. I'm talking about strengths, things that you naturally gifted at. A simple example, the strength of the eyes is to see. The strength of the nose is to breathe. They never went to school. They never studied to learn how to breathe. But gradually they became better and better as it developed. At the beginning, when we were born, our eyes could not see, but it developed. Once it actually adapted to the light, settled, and everything was well developed, we could begin to see effortlessly. What's your greatest strengths? What are those things that you are so passionate about? You would do effortlessly. Like I said, if you were to wake the eyes every single morning and open them up, all they will want to do all the days of their life is to see and bring light to this body so the body doesn't stumble. It's exactly the same for you. What you enjoy, you love doing, you're passionate about, it gives you an indication of that seed of greatness within you. And I want you to write down, what environment are you in right now? Are you shocked by your environment? Maybe you are that seed. If I sow a seed as well amongst thorns, it's only a matter of time. Thorns can grow very quick, and thorns don't need a lot of nutrients. They survive in tough environments. They are known to cause chaos. They come where seeds that have to be nurtured and nourished and really go deep are sowed. So they may kind of distort, they may kind of disrupt the growth of those seeds, and they would survive the harshest of conditions because their goal is to destroy. Their goal is to take over. Their goal is to crowd and choke and be in control so you don't grow. Are you in an environment where they stifle your growth? Each time you want to show up, your friends and say, oh, you're too much. You're shining so much, my beloved. Let them put their lenses on. Let them put their sunshades on if you're shining so much. Never dim your lights to make those around you comfortable. Never, never dim your lights. If those around you are uncomfortable because your light is shining so brightly, you're in the wrong environment. Light wants light because light is powerful. They understand that you're going to be able to impact, more lives. You're going to be able to shine further away. If I'm a 100 watt light, for example, and you are 100 watt light as well, I would love to be around you because together we'll make 200 watt of light. What a light. And we get other people. We're going to shine brightly. We're going to reach darker places in the world that I alone at my 100 capacity cannot reach. So if anybody is complaining that you shine so bright, you're in the wrong environment. You're going to want to fit in, you play small, and it stifles your growth. It's like taking that tree from nature and bringing it into a small plant pot. It can only grow so much. And those people who have settled to live a mediocre life, to just grow so much. They are content with their 9 to 5 job. They are content with that career, whatever job they are doing, but they are not happy and satisfied just because the only reason they work is to put bread on the table, is to make ends meet. That's not why we were born. We're born to thrive and live a fulfilling life and live a purposeful life and live a life of greatness and impact our world. You need to live that environment. You need to be in the right environment. Because if I sow that seed, I take an orange seed and sow on my tiles now on this floor, it's not going to grow. You might take it to the most poshest, whatever environment. That's not where it was made to grow, to flourish. Some of you, you want to be in some spaces where you cannot grow. You cannot grow. Maybe those you're hanging out with have already grown. So you just want to benefit from them. You just want to get from them like handovers, but you're doing nothing to grow. You're doing nothing to nurture and nourish yourself. Leave that environment. Step into the right environment. And your mind is that fertile soil. We'll come to that in my next episode of the Transformation podcast, how you can get your mind prepared. Before we sow a seed, you need to prepare the ground. Am I right? It has to be fertile ground, like I said. We cannot sow on barren grounds. There are some things that agricultural farmers do. They go prepare their ground. Some put fertilizers to give it extra boost, manure, and all of that. So it's so nourishing. It's so fertile. When they eventually sow that seed and then they continue to nurture and nourish it, it will grow and sprout. So what environment are you in? What nutrients are you taking? What words are you hearing? What words are being spoken over you by who? Who are you giving permission to come into the space of your mind? As you think, so you are, not as your friend, your neighbor, your ex things. So the moment you give them permission to step into your thought patterns and you start thinking their thoughts, then you have given them power over yourself. You start thinking like them. You become who you think, not who your ex-wife, whatever, and husband or whatever thinks. You become who you think. God has created you in his magnificent image, in his greatness. But if you think you are less than his greatness, unfortunately, you become that. Some of us abort our greatness. We are destined to succeed. How come everyone does not succeed? Our own thinking. We have the willpower. Then we act in accordance with our willpower because we have that sovereign power to create a life that we desire. If it's in alignment with God's plan and purpose for our life, we definitely thrive effortlessly and we actually thrive in our greatness and we impact and transform lives. We live a fulfilling life. If it's contrary, because we want to do it our way, or we want to allow others who are telling us all the negatives to get into our mind and corrupt our mind, we start thinking like them, then unfortunately, it's like giving petrol. You're giving toxic stuff to your fruits, the seeds you've sown. I've had some cases where I've sown like some amazing plants. I've sown, amazing grapes and all of that. And after some time, they died. The pests will come and they came and ate them, my strawberry ones. The pests are those people who come, those negative people, naysayers. They tell you, no, don't do this. They want to distract you. They come to destroy your destiny. They come to kill your destiny. If they cannot do it, they steal it. Be very, very mindful. You must not allow such to come around you because you must protect your garden. When you sow, you don't keep your garden, exposed to all sort of pests. Sometimes you go buy pesticides. Sometimes you go buy some things to kill the pests and whatever that are eating your fruits. Am I right? You've got to do the same. First of all, use the right nourishment. Any word spoken over your life that is disempowering is killing and choking your vision, your dream, your greatness. You must not allow those words. You have power, ultimate power, because you don't become who your wife, your friend, your brother, your teacher says you are or thinks you are. You become who you think you are. So you've got to take that nourishment, that healthy words, like I'm speaking now to you. You've got to listen to this kind of words that nurture and nourish your soul, your fruit, your seed of greatness, so you may sprout and become all that you were created to become. So as you do this, then you protect your mind. Because once you start growing, people are becoming aware now. When they see that seed, you may look alike. It's like taking a mandarin seed, an orange seed, a tangerine seed. They look similar because people have not yet seen your fruits. And some people think because you are all classed as Black, you are the same. All classed as Black women, Cameroonian, you are the same. All classed as women, absolutely no. You are so distinct and unique. There is none like you. Watching me, Jane, Paul, there is none like you. There is none like me. There was only one and only Dr. Sylvia Likambi in this world. Actually, Sylvia. I was born without a doctor title. So there is just one me on this planet. There's no replica. There is absolutely none. And that's the same for you. You've got to understand that. You're one of a kind. You are unique. And when you understand that, then you understand nobody can tell you who you are destined to become because they don't know you. There's never been any you on this world. So they have no blueprint, they have no example, they have no statistics. So they can't just group you as these are all single mothers, these are all Black women, these are all, no, get off. I dislike this thing when I hear, and I think most people who are walking, who are growing, grow, they dislike cycle. I dislike this word tribe, cycle. You're beyond a tribe. You are called to impact globally, to impact lives. A tree is beyond the seed. You can't just do something, the same spot, the same people. No. When you're on the growth journey, you are evolving, you are becoming all that you have become. Once there was a child in you, that child evolved and grew and became an adult. We cannot go back and be looking in that back behind, looking for that child. The child is trapped within you, but has now been transformed into a next stage of growth and is an adult. When people talk about circles, they come based on the things that are similar in their lives, maybe addicts in this, that, in that. We all have similarities. Do you resonate with me? I've been an addict. Like I said, you go through trials for a purpose. Yes, to step in and conquer. But you step in and conquer people, not because you want to keep them in that same environment. You want them to grow and expand and evolve and get past that tribe and circle. You want them to go on a journey from the beginning to the end, to the destination. We are here. There is a time we step into this life. We are born. There's a time we exit this life. We don't go through circles. It's a journey from A to Z. When you die, they put their born 2021 to 2015, 2021 to 2025, or 2010 to, that dash is from here to there. You don't go through. We don't say you live 2021. You cannot come back and live 2021. Once it's gone, it's gone. Once today is gone, it's gone. I can't come back to today. I can't come back to my struggles. Stop going back and looking for that past, that trauma. I want to heal that child. That child has been transformed. That child has healed. Your mindset. There is one thing in us. Our mind is neuroplastic. The Lord created our mind in such a way that we can create new neuronal pathways. We can wipe those things that are not needed, those memories that do not empower us, and create new pathways and memories that will lead us to where we are called to be, to serve in our greatness and full potential. We're never meant to go through circles. That's where there is renewal. Cells renew. Cells don't go through a circle. Old die and then new ones. So they are replaced. You need to replace old habits. You cannot put new wine in an old wine skin because it's so powerful. It's growing, it's outgrowing. It will damage it. You cannot remain a seed trap. Like I said, if you're outgrowing, when we start sowing seed, for example, in agriculture, you see sometimes they want to protect them because they are still tiny and very vulnerable. It's like children. They keep them in smaller pots, maybe in a greenhouse. And then later on, once their roots have actually gone deep into the ground, they've shooted out. They are now growing. They now take them and put them in the natural environment with all the harshness. So they may grow to their full potential. They cannot keep them trapped in that small environment because it will limit their growth. It will limit their ability to expand. So stop staying in a place and belonging because you think that that's who you are. You might be sick right now. You are great. You are unique. There is none like you. You are one of a kind. Even though I step and I can say, I am a Black woman. I'm proud to be Black. I'm proud to come from Africa. In fact, I am Black. I'm African. I'm Cameroonian specifically to fulfill my purpose. God called me for this very purpose so I can be able to inspire my sisters, my Black friends that are common. Stop talking about all this nonsense about limitations, your skin color. You are more valuable than this first external stuff. But yet I step in as a moment. I belong there, but I know I belong there to self. So they may actually relate with me. My experiences may use or be used to sharpen them. That if I can conquer this, you too can conquer. Come on, let's go on this journey. There's a far greater journey ahead of us than just staying there being trapped in our past, in our history, in our culture. Life is not about history. Life is about transformation. It's about innovation. Those who are innovating are making change and really living a fulfilling life and fulfilling their purpose. Stop going back to statistics. Stop studying history and history and history and history and history. Come on, go create, go change our world. Go change, get the story on the past from those people. Learn from the lessons they are giving to you. Learn. When you learn, you have a growth mindset. You are not stuck. I'm open to new things. That's why we talk about research. We are continually searching knowledge, research. What I've searched, I go over, research. My people perish for lack of knowledge. keep getting knowledge, and above all, knowledge of the truth. Above all, when you apply that knowledge in your life, then you can see the true power and transformation in your life. I wish you a wonderful and a glorious day. Go and unlock the greatness that's trapped within you as you listen to this transformation podcast of today with your wonderful, phenomenal host, Dr. Sylvia Likambi. You can get in touch with me through my website for coaching, for support, one-to-one. I do a lot of mindset transformation work. I do a lot of public speaking. I'm starting a public speaking session, 2 skills for you to become a master in public speaking, to speak effortlessly from your heart like I speak, without ever worrying to forget the lines, without being boring, to be able to captivate every audience so they may remain mesmerized, they may remain captivated when you speak. You speak from the depth of your heart. If you want to be that, don't go and copy people. Don't want to speak like AYZ. You are authentic. Your message to the world is unique, and your experiences have shaped you into becoming all that you are destined to become. So you might use them to transform lives. Be you, be unique, because you're one of a kind and truly unique. If you need that, I am here to coach you. I'm here to support you. We'll have some group sessions. It will be starting from next Wednesday, the 19th of November. You can also contact me for one-to-one. One-to-one is flexible. We can start at any time because I'm working with you based on your schedule and it's unique to you. It's a one-to-one session. Again, if you've not gotten a copy of this book, Unleash Your Greatness, Unlock Your Greatness in 7 days. It's a powerful book to unlock your journey. It's a transformational journey to unlocking your true and authentic power. I would recommend you get this book. You have a wonderful day and God bless you. And you've been on board the Transformation Podcast, bringing you inspirational and life-changing content on personal development, leadership, health and well-being, entrepreneurship, career development, and business development. God bless you. And I am your host, the wonderful, inspirational Dr. Sylvia Likambi, also known as the Transformation Doc. Please share this video to bless a loved one. Go share the video now. Subscribe in my YouTube channel. There will be amazing, amazing offers, programs coming up. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this. People think I've done a lot in my life. I've been playing small. But the time has come when I don't need to play small any longer. And let's work together. And I want to hold you and let's soar together to greater heights, because we must unleash the greatness within us to benefit our well, to serve others better and more powerfully. Thank you for joining me from Facebook. Please share this video and bless a friend and subscribe on my YouTube channel. I love you all. And this is Dr. Sylvia Likambi. Any questions, please do contact me. Any support that you need, do contact me. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to help you to step into your greatness. Thank you and God bless you. If you want me to speak on a specific topic, I know some of you are on Facebook, please send me a message and I'm going to do my best. I'm not going to do my best, I'm going to do it. Send me a message or comment on my YouTube channel if you want me to speak on a specific topic. I'm here to serve you. Use me and make use of my gifts. God bless you and I love you. Thank you so much.